Alright guys, let's get this open, see what we got in the box. The HS290 from Holystone. Great intro quadcopter. Of course, we got a nice trusty semi-clamshell not hard case, typical with your quadcopters. And let's just get that unzipped. Alright, we'll start with what you get in the bag. Okay, so off the bat we have so here we have our charger, a very small little DC jack there. In here we have 4 sets of the blades for replacement, and they're all put together. You just need to mount them. 2 batteries, which is really nice, and you will see on the little batteries there's going to be a charge port right there. That's where you plug in the little USB charger right there. Be nice if it came with 2. I'm sure if you contact them, there's a possibility of getting another one of those, just so you can do 2 at a time. But anyway, I'm going to put this one on charge while we're talking about the rest of it. Now, the charger when I plugged it in went red, so indicating that it was green when I first plugged it in. It switched to red charging, so it does go green when it's done, so that is actually kind of cool. Of course, we do get the disclaimer and safety guide. And guys, do look at your manuals, because there are things in here, and you may be like an okay guy or flyer or whatever, but there is things in here that is important. For example, if there's GPS and the way to configure it before takeoff and so on. So let's take a look at the controller. Here we have takeoff, land, power, your sticks. This is a fold out for your phone. And in here we have, it looks like the accelerator and trim, which are probably both something to do with the trim settings. Here we have your flip button, photo or video. Now right here, that is your camera up and down slider right there, which is absolutely cool. Because on a drone, at this price range, yeah, you'll have a camera, but you won't have the motorized camera. And I thought that was such a nice feature for this machine. Now, one thing I will point out that I'm very happy I just noticed, there's no screw in the battery door. Thank you, Holystone. Thank you. So 3 AAAs go in here, power up your controller. We'll get to that later. So here is our quadcopter, and of course we need to fold out the arms to get the full extent of this. It is definitely a much cheaper plastic than their bigger brothers and sisters, but that is expected at the price point. I mean, you still have your folding blades, which is awesome, so if you crash, you tend not to break your blades very easily. We're greeted, of course, here with the motorized camera, so I'm not going to... You can actually hear it. That's actually really cool. Let's see if the mic... So... That's something you don't get on a lot of quadcopters until you start paying a little bit of money. Here's one of your elevation or crash sensors. Now, the beauty of that is, of course, this helicopter will help avoid, so it's an avoidance feature. Anyway, I mean, I've had helicopters or quadcopters, cheap ones that feel this way and have been tough as nails. So we're going to take this one, we're going to go out and we're going to fly it, and we're going to see what I think of it, and is it a great beginner to maybe even more than a beginner? Let's find out. Okay guys, this is now running by itself. I am not doing anything whatsoever. The video quality on this is pretty solid actually, and it's a 1080p camera, not a 720. As far as keeping it in place, the proximity sensor is doing a great job. This little thing, and unbelievable how quick, watch this. the wind beautifully. Now, of course, I'm in a normal mode. Oh, that is cool. Hey guys, welcome, and today I'm going to be your co-pilot and talk about what I think of this quadcopter. And right off the hop, so right from the beginning I did talk about how it feels a little cheaper than its bigger brothers, but that's quite common. I mean, this is a brushed motor quad, so you're gonna need lightweight, and it's actually quite durable. The beauty of this type of quad, of course, is to split propellers so that you do not, in impact, break a solid prop. So that's really cool. And the overall, like the camera, the quality, this is the first time I got blown away by a under $100 quadcopter ever. Very, very, very well done. So I'm pretty happy about that. And yeah, those people just walked by and pushed my back, and we are going to talk while I just let it sit and fly and hover. I literally walk up and go, hey guys, look, no hands, not doing anything. Look how stable this thing is. I walked away from it completely. It's just sitting there on its own, and I don't even think to worry about it. Pretty amazing. Now, I did mention that it does not have GPS, but it does have a gyro, okay? So when you're taking off, of course, make sure that you're on a flat surface, pretty level, and you should be pretty much okay from there. I found it to be very docile. I think the machine was flying really well. As you can see here, I pushed it and nothing. It just kind of moved forward a touch from the hit and then stayed in its spot. The proximity sensor, or the optical flow sensor as they call it, is doing an amazing job. I also have to say, I never crashed it. This quad never crashed. I was very, very happy with that. Out of the box, it took off and flew pretty true. I'm impressed. It is impressive. And what is the distance that you can do it? As long as you can see it. Oh yeah. So as long as you technically... And there's a return to the base? Not this one. Not this one? No, this is a non-GPS drone. Okay. That is one downside, but this is the kind of thing you would want. I mean, it has landing. One button takeoff. I still haven't done anything. That's how solid it is. I'm very impressed. By the way, I have another freebie if you want to check it out. Yeah. Excuse me, I'm still playing. That's the one thing about this job. So guys, it's pretty safe to say that this quadcopter can literally be flown at all flight levels. This quadcopter can go from being very tame and letting you learn everything, and I always recommend keeping your back to the quad and doing squares when you're first learning at about hip level. That'll help you do, the flight of squares. You're not turning the quad too much like I'm doing now, where I'm just doing sweeps. You'll get to that, and this quad will allow you to do all of that and feel good about it. Also make you look good. It really does fly well. Like when I compare this to my brushless units, this thing is performing pretty solid. It's pretty quick and snappy for a brushed setup, and again, I'm getting just over 20 minutes. As you'll see at the end, I marked it kind of just over 20, and you get 2 batteries, so you could be out there for an hour almost just having fun. And trust me, that's a lot when you're flying. Guys, I'm gonna leave a link down below for this quad, and pay attention to the description down below for further updates. You want to take video? I mean, this thing's gonna be pretty solid. Pretty damn stable, and the battery is still going. Very impressive. So of course, in this I've cut out lots of flying. I've cut out time because of the length of videos, and you guys don't watch all the total length of my videos, and that makes me sad, but it is what it is. I might be boring. But anyway, to be said, I flew this all through a fully charged battery on purpose to make sure we got the advertised time. It says up to 24 minutes. And like I said, we got over 20 or 22. I can't remember. I think it was over 22 minutes.